we're trying to find good cases. We're trying to find cases where we can get wins, where we can get our client out of a long sentence, usually a life sentence. You may be surprised about what I'm going to say here, but some people who are incarcerated for a very long time are guilty. Some people did the things that they're accused of having done, and some people are saying they didn't get a fair trial, but they did get a fair trial. And I want to help everybody. I don't think that the criminal justice system and the at least the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections, I think it's a disaster. Being in prison serving a long sentence is one of the most unhealthy things that can happen to a person. So I want to help everybody, but we've got to look for the good cases, and we got to look for cases where we can make things happen. And it's very hard to know if that's going to be true. Somebody might be really good at selling me on their case, and then I get into the file and there's nothing there. Somebody might be very meek and never want to talk to me, and they just go through their life serving a life sentence, and then I find something in their file which is extraordinary. So one of the hardest things about this process is at the very beginning of representation, I have no idea. I'll listen to the client. I'll see what they have to say. I'll try to make evaluations about their credibility. I will look for the patterns and practices, and we can talk about that in another video, but those are things like a long period of time between the actual occurrence of the crime and when the arrest gets made. The longer that period of time is for Philadelphia cases, the more chance there is for the police to have done something terrible. And it has happened a lot. I had a case today with 2 days of isolation in an interrogation room. That's an arrest. You're chained to the chair, even though they haven't said you're under arrest, even though they haven't gotten a warrant. You're chained to the chair for 2 days with no food. They take you to the bathroom every once in a while. It's called isolation. These things happen all the time. We had another case today where a guy is telling me about a snitch gave information about a crime that was about to go down. The police got to the scene of the crime. I don't even know if it was in process, but they started shooting everybody. So the criminal who told them about this incident is fine, but the 2 people who were involved in the incident, supposedly perpetrating the crime, well, one of them's dead from a police officer shooting him. The other one got shot but survived, but now he's serving a life sentence for his presumed co-conspirator getting killed by the police. And this kind of stuff happens all the time. It's normal. These aren't enough for us to just be like, oh, that's a case. That's going to be a case. So I'm looking at a lot of cases, and I'm trying to figure out which ones to take. And it's very hard.